I'm going to preview the number 20 Baylor versus South Alabama women's volleyball game, which literally will be played on August 29th at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. There will probably be live stats, just not sure about TV since it's not like a ESPN Plus or anything like that that's listed on the Baylor website or South Alabama. I will go over the last year's stats on players that are returning, then obviously add in like transfers as needed. But I'm not going to go over every single player on the roster here. And South Alabama is they played against themselves as a practice game. They actually played like Florida State. That was like a receiving votes team, I believe. Yep, 33 votes to be exact. So they're going to be battle tested. But so is Baylor going in this matchup. Besides the practice games against themselves, they played against number 9 Texas A&M in the practice game. So I'm just saying. And the game will be played in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as in like the campus of LSU. By the way, so this is a neutral site game for both of these teams here. And I will put the stats on last year for South Alabama's description below, as well as the roster here. And the first player I'm going to just say this up front, South Alabama last year was 15-12. Baylor didn't play them last year, by the way. South Alabama was like 11-5 in the Sun Belt, and they honestly didn't go to the NCAA tournament or to basically the NIT at volleyball, I believe. I'm going to just double check that right now before I get this started here. And obviously I'll go like notable transfers. I would. Yeah, I was in the SEC. I'm at the Sun Belt Conference Championships. They lost to Georgia Southern 3-9. That's kind of what I thought. So now, without further ado, what are some players to keep an eye on? In 101 sets play, like the first player is Sarah Gooch, a 6'1" outside hitter, slash right side hitter, aka like opposite number 0. That's a junior. 101 sets played, 288 kills on 875 attempts with 101 attacking errors, 6 assists, 17 service aces, 27 service errors, 1 receiving error, 100 digs, 38 blocks, 11 solo, 1 ball handling error. Okay, the next player I'm going to mention, I know she didn't play a ton last year, is Addison Hurst, number 3, 5'8" defensive specialist slash libero. Actually, yeah, she actually played more. 101 sets to be exact. So my bad on that. But 1 kill on 7 attempts with 22 attacking errors. 7 service aces, 21 service errors, 24 receiving errors, 193 digs. That's it. Okay, the next player I'm going to just mention is Delayla Blackwell, number 7, 5'11" middle blocker. That is a redshirt sophomore. 75 sets played, 120 kills on 260 attempts with 32 attacking errors, 4 assists, 1 receiving error, 28 digs. .64 blocks, second most in third most in terms of like returning. Like on the team from last year, though. Granted, I know there are other players, but one of them, the players that had more blocks than her is no longer there. 15 of those solo, 6 blocking errors, 1 ball handling error. And there is Anna LeBerg, number 9, 6-foot setter that is a senior. 101 sets played, 57 kills on 184 attempts with 20 attacking errors, 1,022 assists, 24 service aces, 34 service errors, 3 receiving errors, 241 digs, 48 blocks, 5 of those solo, 15 blocking errors, and 5 ball handling errors. Actually, I want to just go back to a player that I skipped over, only because she actually changed her number from last year to this year. It's Meredith O'Gorman, a 6'2" right side hitter that is a senior, number 10, and last year she was number 5. So 101 sets played, 233 kills on 597 attempts with 99 attacking errors, 4 assists, 15 service aces, 23 service errors, 5 receiving errors, 87 digs, 75 blocks, 12 of those solo, and 7 blocking errors. Okay, that takes care of that. And the next player to keep an eye on is trying to look here. Brianna Wilson, number 13, 5'4" libero / defensive specialist. That is a senior. 101 sets played, 1 kill on 11 attempts with 1 attacking error, 84 digs, 11 service aces, 21 service errors, 17 receiving errors, 455 digs, which was the most on the team last year. And that's all the stats right there. Okay, not one player, not 16, not 17, because they're not even listed on the roster. Okay, the next player to keep an eye on is number 20, Presley Thompson, libero / defensive specialist, 5'6" tall, redshirt sophomore. I know she only played like 8 sets last year, so albeit you might not see her play. I mean, she only had like 3 receiving errors and 4 digs last year. That's it, and 8 sets played. Okay, number 21 is not on the roster anymore. Yeah, the only other player that did return from last year is Megan Smith, number 23, 5'10" outside hitter / right side hitter. That is a sophomore. She only played like 5 sets last year, no kills on 2 attempts with 1 attacking error, 3 service errors. That's it. So they do have like one other transfer, and that's Rachel Rossman, number 12, 5'7" setter. She's a transfer from Oakland, by the way. So yeah, just want to let y'all know about that one. There is Emily Reddy, number 5. But she didn't. Oh yeah, she only played like in 4 sets in like 24. It doesn't really show any stat. Yeah, she only played like, she didn't record she only got like 2 receiving errors. That's really it. So never mind, that's not a transfer. I'm pretty sure that's all the players really to keep an eye on. And obviously, whatever you did right in practice, bring it. And of course, what you did wrong in practice, got correct for a game. So you got to shake out those nerves. It's your first regular season game, after all. And of course, there's a little bit of familiarity for one of the Baylor players, because Mary Jane McCurdy, aka MJ, actually played against them, obviously, because after all, she was in the Sun Belt last year. Of course, you don't want to have like overpasses while you want to force them, and of course, another thing, you don't want to give them like free points as in like foot fault or rotation error. Of course, you want to serve tough to make them out of rhythm and get them uncomfortable. And of course, getting some service aces on them would be huge. And And another thing too, you gotta be mentally tough throughout the match. And I don't care if there's any questionable calls or anything like that, but you gotta make plays to win. You gotta win those long rallies and try to get fast starts each set. You got limit their blocking. While you want to block them as much as possible, make adjustments on the fly, not just from set to set, but during those sets. And I wouldn't overlook them for SMU because they were a winning record team last year, as you could tell, 15-12. But obviously, SMU is a bigger match when you look at the national perspective. I mean, SMU is number 10, but still, you don't want to get caught looking ahead. You got to stay focused. Obviously, you want to try to catch on their tendencies, what they do offensively, and try to dig every ball. While you want to have some balance offensively, you don't want to be so predictable. But unless they could stop, if they like go one player and they can't stop it, continue to go ride with it until they stop it. Of course, you want to limit your attacking errors. Well, you don't mind the attacking errors, and you don't want to have like net violations. And you got to make sure you receive well to reduce those receiving errors. And obviously, you don't want to have like a ton of blocking errors either, or ball handling. So, no need to go more in depth into that. Just go out there, play your game. And I know it's a new squad this year with 7 newcomers, but it could be a lot worse in terms of number of newcomers. And you know why? Once I go over the SMU game, which, by the way, when you look at the rosters and everything like that. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like, subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 800 scores. Of course, my goal is 1,000 more. So mind to, of course, like video, comment video really helps YouTube algorithm. Some more people see it. Sharing the video does help as well. Some more people can want to change if you're watching and not subscribe. Hit subscribe button for the notification bell as well. And obviously, you want to shut down their best players as much as possible while you want your better players to step up. So, yeah. And you got to take advantage of those overpasses as much as you can. And don't let them to. Or give them that many opportunities. In general. Serve tough. Sometimes your serve can really help your defense out a lot.